At this time, I'll call to order the City of Joliet Pre-Council Workshop Meeting for Monday, May 19th. And we'll start it off by turning it over to the City Clerk and the City Manager. Start with roll call.
Okay, we'll begin with roll call. Mayor Darcy, he let me know that he would not be here this evening. Councilman Cardenas?
Here.
Councilman Clement?
Here.
Councilman Hug?
Here.
Councilwoman Ibarra?
Here.
Councilman Moreno?
Here.
Councilman Mudrin?
Here.
Councilwoman Quillman?
Here.
Councilwoman Reardon?
Here.
First, we have a presentation.
And before the presentation, I'd just like to make a comment. It's with a very heavy heart that I share the tragic news of the passing of Sergeant Hollis Weller, a dedicated public servant, a respected leader within the Joliet Police Department, and a cherished member of our community. His loss is deeply felt not only by his family and fellow officers, but by all of us in the city of Joliet. For 20 years, Sergeant Weller served the city with honor and distinction. He was more than a police officer. He was a mentor, a role model, and a friend to many. His commitment to service and his impact on those around him will never be forgotten. At this time, I'd like to invite Joliet Police Chief Bill Evans to say a few words on behalf of the department.
Good evening, Council. As many of you are now aware, the Joliet Police Department lost a member of our beloved family on Friday. Sergeant Hollis Weller was killed in an automobile accident in Beecher, Illinois. Sergeant Weller, as stated, was a 20-year veteran of the JPD and was a valued and highly respected member of our department. Sergeant Weller leaves behind a wife and 3 children. This unexpected incident has impacted our agency tremendously. Hollis was very popular and well-liked among the rank and file, and several senior members of the department forged a very lasting, close friendship with him. I would like to take this opportunity to specifically thank the Mayor and City Manager, Joliet Fire Department, Will County Sheriff's Police, and the Shorewood, Beecher, and JJC Police Departments for continually calling and checking up on us, asking to assist in any way they could. I can't even begin to tell you how helpful Lieutenant Colonel Jason Bradley and Major Dave Keltner from the Illinois State Police have been. First, assisting the Joliet Police Traffic Unit and escorting the procession back to Joliet, and then keeping in constant contact with us, offering words of support, resources, and encouragement. I would ask that you keep Hollis and his family in your thoughts and prayers in the upcoming days. This will be a very trying and emotional time for Hollis's wife, Kathleen, and their 3 children. Mayor Pro Tem, I would like to close this moment with a brief moment of silence in honor of Sergeant Hollis Weller of the Joliet Police Department. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay. Next, we have a presentation. Recognition of Water Ambassador Award Quarter 1, 2025. Water Conservation Incentive Program winners and introduction for Quarter 2 and Quarter 3 2025 program, presented by Allison Swisher, Director of Public Utilities.
Okay, thank you. Tonight, Council, we're here to celebrate Joliet's water conservation initiatives. As you are all aware, water conservation has been a big initiative for the city since we made the decision to switch to Lake Michigan water. So first tonight, I have Annie Story here from the Illinois section of American Water Works Association to recognize Joliet as a water ambassador. We did receive an award this past April at the annual conference for the ISAWWA, and she's here today to present the award and explain all the good work that we're doing through the Water Ambassador Program.
First, I'd like to say my condolences to your community.
So the Illinois Section American Water Works Association is established at a national level. The Illinois section is about 5,000 members strong throughout the state. We are here for our water operators, our engineers, our consultants, anyone who is part of the water from the source to the tap. We provide different resources, education to ensure that everyone knows about safe and sustainable water. 5 years ago, we started the water ambassador role as we understood that there was a lot of lack of knowledge and education about your water, not just here in Joliet, but across the state and really across the nation. We often turn on our tap and expect it to be there. It's only when it doesn't turn on or you receive that notification that maybe you have a boil order that you tend to care or pay attention to your water, where it comes from. The Water Ambassador program started as a way to elevate our public perception, to gain trust of our community members. And through this, the City of Joliet has continually shared great information with your residents and your business owners about water, the importance of the conservation aspect of it, and what it really means for your source. We know that you're well informed with all the changes that you have, but this is another way for your community to learn more about it and for that outreach. There are 3 different levels of our award program, and for the 2nd year in a row, the City of Joliet has received gold status of our Water Ambassador program. This year, they're one of 26 utilities from across the state, so you should be very proud of the work of your water department has done to help elevate and continue to share communication with your residents. So on behalf of the Illinois Section American Water Works Association, I'd like to present the 2024 Gold Level Water Ambassador Award to the City of Joliet.
And other awards tonight, we have our recognition of our water conservation incentive program. We do this quarterly. We have an adult challenge as well as a kids challenge. This quarter for Q1 2025, the adult winner was Donna Adelman, who did a little investigation into her home to make sure that it was didn't have any leaks or other issues. And then we also have our kid winner, who's Clarence, who did this beautiful coloring job. And I believe Clarence is here today if he's around the guy. I do want to thank Ann Grooms with the Department of Public Utilities for her efforts in making this happen, and we have a little prize here for Clarence. Council after a couple more slides. So we do encourage everyone to sign up for our Q2 incentive, which is, again, we have an adult program as well as a kids program, and it's all focused on conserving water outdoors. So we encourage everyone to participate in these fun water conservation challenges. And we also have upcoming events where we'll be talking about water conservation as well as our all of our water projects, Star Wars Days, we'll have a booth there, Kids Fest. And then we're also, again, co-hosting our water conservation themed Slammers game, and that will be in August. So we team up with the Will County Green to put on that event. And we also encourage everyone to participate in our very successful water conservation programs, our rain barrel subsidy program, as well as our low flow toilet rebate program. We've had a lot of participation in these. And again, we're always trying to get across the message that the best way to control your water bill is through water conservation. So at this time, if we would take a picture with our winners. Clarence, you come up. Great. Can you take a sign? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it probably is. Does his mom and dad want to come up with them?
Yeah, Mom, do you want to go up?
Come on up.
Is that his grandpa? Let his grandpa come up too. Congratulations.
Allison, does she want to get, deep into it, or does she want to get a picture with the other woman with the award for investment? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Next is citizens to be heard on agenda items. Is there anyone who would like to speak under citizens to be heard on agenda items? Okay. Next, we will have the city manager review tomorrow night's actionable items.
Tomorrow night, we'll have a number of appointments to the Joliet Historic Preservation Commission, the Joliet Arts Commission, Board and Fire Police Commissioners, Joliet Historic Preservation Commission, Plan Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals, Tree Advisory Board, and Will County Metropolitan Exposition and Auditorium Authority, which is Rialto Theater. We'll hear from the Chairman of Communication Technology and Information Systems, Finance and Public Service. On the consent agenda, invoices to be paid. Then Council Memo number 30425, award of contract to Heartland Business Systems for VMware annual renewal in the amount of $59,730.88. Council Memo 30525, award of contract to Granicus for annual products and services renewal and upfront implementation costs in the amount of $583,225.73 to be paid over 3 years. Council Memo 30625, award of contract for the 2025 school zone flasher materials purchase. Order number 1 to Mobotrex Inc. in the amount of $41,597. Council Memo 30725, award of contract for insurance brokerage services for general liability, workers' compensation, and property and casualty coverage to Alliant Insurance Services in the amount of $40,500. Council Memo 30825, award of professional services agreement for Phase 1 engineering services for the Abe Street Bridge over Spring Creek Improvement Project to Willett, Hoffman and Associates in the amount of $38,782. Council Memo 30925, approval of amendment number 3 for the Phase 1 engineering services for the Abe Street Bridge over Spring Creek Improvement Project to Willett, Hoffman and Associates, a deduction in the amount of $14,035.08, and payment request number 26, and final in the amount of $6,335.45. Council Memo 31025, approval of purchase of water metering equipment from Core and Main LP in the amount of $42,300. Council Memo 31125, approval of purchase of 2 24-inch D Zurich check valves from LAI and Associates Inc. in the amount of $36,300. Council Memo 31225, approval of purchase of a John Deere mower assembly from Shorewood Home and Auto in the amount of $122,644.38. Council Memo 31325, approval of purchase and installation of 3 one-ton dump bodies from Henderson Products in the amount of $162,424. Council Memo 31425, approval of change order number 1 for the 2024 sidewalk curb replacement project in Central Joliet on behalf of Deconstruction Inc. for adjustments to the project completion date. And Council Memo 31525 is the same thing, approval of change order number 2 for the far west side in Joliet.
Beth,
Yeah.
can we make a note? I was thinking about this. Our new council member, you work for Austin Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay. In the future, we'll make a note somewhere on that, I think it's possible. We can't put anything with Austin Tyler into the consent agenda.
We have already implemented that, so we're pulling all of those items out of consent so he can
Perfect.
recuse himself.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we go through the same thing every time.
Yeah, no, we won't, yeah. We've got it down, right, clerk?
Yes.
Okay,
Perfect.
good. Thanks for the reminder, though. Moving on to ordinances and resolutions. Ordinances, Council Memo 31725, ordinance approving a variation of use to allow wholesale business, a B3 general business use in the B1 neighborhood business zoning district located at 470 South Hames Avenue. This is a wholesale lighting company, and I believe that Councilwoman Ibarra is in support. Council Memo 31825, ordinance approving a special use permit to allow a cellular communications tower and associated ground equipment located at 2500 Brandon Road, also in Councilwoman Ibarra's district. Moving on to resolutions, Council Memo 32035, resolution accepting a grant of permanent easement on Southeastern Avenue for the Heggie Park Phase 1 Water Main Improvement Project. So this is a permanent utility easement. Council Memo 32125, resolution appropriating supplemental motor fuel tax funds for the Phase 1 engineering services for the Abe Street Bridge over Spring Creek Improvement Project. Council Memo 32225, resolution to approve and authorize the acceptance of the Will County Community Mental Health Board 2025 grant funding award to fund the community mental health program in the amount of $200,000. This is all the work that Chief Carey and the fire department does. Council Memo 32325, resolution requesting the closure of State Route 171 for the 2025 Mexican Independence Day Parade. And that concludes the agenda.
Okay. Next, we have public comments. Is there anyone who would like to address the council this evening? This is just general public comments. Okay, seeing none. I did receive a request for closed session. Is there a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel, collective bargaining, land acquisition or conveyance, pending or threatened litigation, after which the meeting will adjourn?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded to approve. Councilman Cardenas?
Aye.
Councilman Clement?
Aye.
Councilman Hug?
Aye.
Councilwoman Ibarra?
Aye.
Councilman Moreno?
Aye.
Councilman Mudrin?
Aye.
Councilwoman Quillman?
Aye.